Hello and welcome to Western Kentucky University's Spring Commencement. I'm Barbara Deeb.
And I'm Peter Bryant. We're in E.A. Diddle Arena this afternoon watching the third of three commencement ceremonies being held here this weekend.
Now this third ceremony is for undergraduate students, and they'll be walking in just a short while and be receiving the fruits of their labor, their diplomas. That's in just a short while, but right now we have faculty and staff making their way into E.A. Diddle Arena.
The graduation exercises have been split this year because of so many students. That's because of increased enrollment over the last several years.
The graduate exercise was held Friday night, and this ceremony is for the Potter College of Arts and Letters, Gordon Ford College of Business, the University College, and the Bowling Green Community College.
The second commencement ceremony was this morning, and that included the College of Health and Human Services, Ogden College of Science and Engineering, and the College of Education and Behavioral Sciences. And it's a good thing they split these ceremonies up because, once again, Diddle Arena is packed today.
And there you have it, the faculty making their way into E.A. Diddle Arena. And what you're seeing is Dr. Jack Thacker. He's holding a wooden, what they call the mace, and he is the eldest member of the faculty, and he has that distinction and that honor to carry the mace.
Senior faculty member gets to carry that up, and that wooden mace actually was designed and built right here at Western Kentucky University.
Now, during these ceremonies, nearly 2,400 students will have received their degrees. They're from around the state, the nation, and from 19 countries around the globe. And we're witnessing a momentous event in these individuals' lives.
There are common elements to all of the ceremonies, like the March of the Flags and the students, the recognition of special honors, and finally the calling of names of each student who is graduating and participating in the ceremony today. And here you see the faculty coming in their robes with different colors. The stripes, those all signify different academic disciplines and departments here at WKU.
There's method in the madness, indeed there is. And we want to remind you that Western Kentucky University's Commencement is a production of WKYU PBS and is made possible in part through a grant from the Western Kentucky University Alumni Association. For additional information regarding your alumni association, you can phone 1-888-WKU-ALUMNI or visit them on the web at wku.edu/alumni.
By the way, if you'd like to have a copy of this ceremony, that'd be a great gift for a student. You can contact WKYU PBS at 800-599-2424, or as you see on the screen there, go to the website, WKYUPBS.org. Again, that's to get your own copy of this ceremony.
You know, and with this ceremony, WKYU PBS is saying so long to an unprecedented number of students that are part of our student crew. They're an important part of how we do the work we do. We are saying so long to seniors Bentley Blair, Brent Boyan, Zach Christopher, Joe Gibbs, Jody Hitchell, Eric Perry, Josh Stewart, Beth Truax, and Kim Walsh. Each of these students brings something special to work, and we will miss them. Our broadcast today is partially staffed with a new generation of WKYU student crew, and we're certainly happy to have them.
By the way, we're listening to the WKU Wind Ensemble led by Dr. Gary Scheller, and they're playing the music for today's commencement ceremony. They were also here this morning.
And we want to make note of a change. Dr. Barbara Birch, Western Kentucky University's provost and the vice president for academic affairs, will retire as of June 30th, 2010. We have a number of important initiatives underway, she said, and she will miss being focused on those throughout the year. And it looks like after June 30th, Barbara Birch will devote her time to working with WKU's doctoral program in educational leadership, civic engagement, internationalization, research, and other areas. And Barbara Birch has done a lot in her tenure here at Western Kentucky University.
There's Dr. David Lee, Dean of the Potter College of Arts and Letters, getting ready to come in.
And I must say, this place is packed to the gills for the most part. I mean, a lot of people still making their way in, friends and relatives, to watch their loved ones receive those degrees.
Potter College, by the way, is the college that is home to the WKU graduates that serve at WKYU PBS. By the way, if you're ever on campus, and especially if you haven't been here in a while, there's Dr. Gary Ransdell, president of WKU. Be sure, by the way, to take a look at all of the wonderful physical things happening on the campus, new buildings going up, older buildings being renovated. The College of Education building is nearing completion. WKU just dedicated the Chandler Memorial Chapel, built entirely with private funds, and also the building formerly known as College High that so many people in this region remember as the place they went to school, and later it became Science and Technology Hall. It's now been renovated. It was closed in 1970, became Science and Technology Hall for a while, and now it's been completely redone and renamed. So it is now a great facility here at the top of the hill, one of the oldest buildings on campus.
The graduating class of 2010 making their way to their seats. And as we mentioned, Dr. Barbara Birch will be switching positions, if you will, at the end of June. Dr. A. Gordon Emsley will be the next provost and vice president for academic affairs at WKU, and he begins his duties July 1st. Dr. Emsley is currently the associate vice president for research and dean of the Graduate College of Oklahoma State University. Dr. Emsley has varied degrees in astrophysics, mechanical engineering, and French as a positive factor for leading academics at WKU.
Very proud to report that the forensic team here at WKU won its 9th National Forensic Association National Tournament Championship in debate and its 7th championship in individual events in record-setting fashion recently. And the forensics team here has had a remarkable track record of achievement nationally and internationally, just one of the many things that WKU is rightly very proud of. And even more students.
A time for reflection, a time of joy.
We saw someone this morning who had grass growing on the top of their miter there. Nothing quite so innovative this afternoon, but still happy faces. That's great to see.
Indeed it is. And you know, for parents and family, it's the culmination of years of hopes and dreams, and in no small part saying goodbye to childhood. Most of the people here today are here to watch their loved ones take the final steps into adult life. And you know, we do have a lot of non-traditional students, and it's a beautifully varied field of candidates graduating today.
You might wonder what to give a lucky graduate. Well, start with the DVD of this broadcast. That would be a good idea to have
lovely gift.
As a memento, maybe a piece of jewelry, a figurine, some clothes if they're having to, get out and get a job. Maybe a car would be nice. Cash. It's as we noted before, this is the culmination of one goal, but it's really the beginning of a whole new set of interesting and exciting challenges, and any gift can help get that started.
There are the members of WKYU PBS student staff graduating today. I understand they have a surprise for us later, maybe on there. There you see it. That's the PBS P-head is what we call it in the business. And our students adorned their hats with that, or their caps, as it were. Students still making their way in throughout these ceremonies. Over 2,000 students, 2,400, will have received degrees at the end of this, and quite a big day for many.
Once the students are in, the color guard will come in and we'll have the state song and the national anthem, and then the ceremony will get going with the introductions and the reading of names.
You know, you mentioned earlier, Peter, about just an incredible change to campus, physically. I mean, there are so many new buildings and beautiful additions to the campus, in addition to the academic area that's grown so much, the globalization that's grown so much. Western Kentucky University announced that it has surpassed the $150 million mark in its 5-year, $200 million New Century of Spirit campaign. And according to Tom Hiles, who's the Vice President for Institutional Advancement at WKU, the campaign total now stands at $151.6 million, representing 76% of that goal.
By the way, this is being streamed live, so people all around the world can watch this ceremony. And as we know, there are an increasing number of international students here at WKU, and it's a great way for their families to be able to see these ceremonies if they're not able to be here in person. So hello and welcome.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. And we want to thank you for joining us and participating in this beautiful moment in the lives of these individuals who are receiving degrees today here in E.A. Diddle Arena at Western Kentucky University. At long last. A lot of hard work goes into this.
A lot of graduates that we see today are first-time graduates from their families, the first person in their family to ever graduate from college, and that's a huge achievement, an exciting day for those families.
Starting a tradition.
And with those students still coming in, you can really see the advantage of having more than one ceremony. Time was the graduation ceremonies were held up at Van Meter Hall at the top of the hill, then at the Colonnade, sometimes at the L.T. Smith football stadium. And now we're nice and safe inside, especially on a day with some threatening weather outside. Great way to have this graduation.
And on a day when air conditioning is a nice addition.
Absolutely.
I don't know that I've ever seen so many adorned caps.
No. Looks great.
It adds to the flavor.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise in honor of the presentation of flags of each country represented by this afternoon's graduates. Thank you. You may be seated.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I'm Gary Ransdell, president of Western Kentucky University, and what an honor it is to welcome you to our 167th commencement of this great institution. In just a moment, I will ask you to stand and observe a moment of silence and give thanks to the accomplishments of this graduating class and to remember those students, faculty, and staff who we lost this academic year. At the conclusion of our moment of silence, please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the WKU Army ROTC Color Guard, and then join Ms. Lee Anderson, a graduating senior, in the singing of our national anthem and our state song, My Old Kentucky Home. You will find the words to both songs on page 29 of your commencement program. The WKU Wind Ensemble will accompany us. Please rise for a moment of silence, please. Amen. You may be seated. Thank you. On behalf of our governing board, our faculty, our staff, and these impressive students gathered before us, I welcome all of you on this beautiful May afternoon to pay tribute to our 2010 spring and summer graduating classes from the Potter College of Arts and Letters, the Gordon Ford College of Business, the University College, and the Bowling Green Community College. Last night, we recognized students completing graduate degrees, and earlier today, we conferred degrees upon students completing undergraduate programs in the other colleges. Before we continue, I'd like to ask you to please silence your cell phones and your pagers to preserve the decorum of the ceremony and in consideration of those sitting around you. Thank you. Please give special recognition to the Chief Marshal of our Commencement Grand March, Professor Jack Thacker. The honor of carrying the mace and leading the procession is given to the faculty member with the longest tenure at WKU, and we thank Professor Thacker for his 46 years of service to WKU. Thank you, Jack. And for the beautiful music we've enjoyed this morning, this afternoon, and last night, many thanks to the Wind Ensemble, conducted by Dr. Gary Shallett, and to soloist Lee Anderson. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to extend a special welcome this afternoon to the family and friends of today's graduates who are watching the ceremony live via our campus television station, WKYU PBS. And in addition, I welcome those of you around the globe who have tuned in to the ceremony via a webcast made possible through a joint effort between WKYU PBS and the Department of Athletics online broadcast facilities. As we reflect upon this past academic year, once again, we have celebrated numerous state, national, and international achievements among our superb faculty and staff and this student body. Our students are winning national and international scholarships at an unprecedented rate, and our enrollment has exceeded 20,000 for the first time, and more students are recognizing that WKU is indeed becoming a university of national consequence and the intellectual heartbeat of Kentucky. The graduates assembled here this afternoon have played a major role in helping to achieve a well-defined transformation supported and led by this Board of Regents. Commencement provides a great opportunity to celebrate the achievements of every member of the WKU family, but especially you who graduate at this hour. Leading the way for WKU are those assembled on the platform, and I will introduce them by groups and ask you to hold your applause until all members of both groups have been recognized. First are members of the Board of Regents of Western Kentucky University. These ladies and gentlemen give unselfishly of their time and talent for this great university. And members with us this afternoon are Mr. Jim Meyer, our chair from Bowling Green, Ms. Yvette Haskins, our vice chair from Campbellsville, Dr. Melissa Dennison of Glasgow, Dr. Patricia Mentor, the faculty regent from Bowling Green, and Mr. Kevin Smiley, the student regent from Danville, our regents. And joining me on the platform are the executive officers of WKU. These vice presidents, deans, and other officials devote their professional and personal talents to this university day in and day out. I ask them to stand so that you can please join me in thanking them for their leadership and dedication. Will the platform party please stand? And seated with the guests of the platform party and the spouses, I would like to introduce the Hilltopper in my life, a member of the class of 1975, Julie Ransdell. Thanks, Jewel. Perhaps most importantly, I want to recognize a number of individuals who have played important roles in support of today's graduates. They're the ones, like you, who've been waiting for this day to arrive. I would like, first of all, for all parents of today's graduates and those special individuals who have provided support systems when parents have been unable to serve in a prominent parental role in the lives of our graduates. Will all parents and surrogate parents please stand and remain standing? Parents, stand up. All right, no, stay up, stay up. Will all grandparents of today's graduates please stand up? Grandparents. If you are a spouse of one of today's graduates, please stand. Husbands and wives, stand up. Will all children and grandchildren of today's graduates, you stand up or have somebody hold you up. Finally, will all other relatives and friends of today's graduates stand up? How about that? 10 minutes in, you get a standing ovation. What a deal, huh? Thank you. There's another group that I want to recognize in this graduating class, particularly in these difficult economic times in which we live. Will the single parents in this graduating class please stand? Stand up, single parents. Stand up. Single parents. Folks, these are the hardest working people in our society. They work, they raise children, and today they've completed a college degree. They're the heroes. Some of them have worked 2 jobs just to get by. On behalf of the faculty and staff of WKU, thank you. Over the course of this commencement weekend, we are honoring nearly 2,400 students who will receive their degrees yesterday and today, a record number of spring graduates. Several hundred more students will complete their degrees at the end of the upcoming summer term. You're the graduates of a student body that represents nearly every county in the Commonwealth of Kentucky and nearly every state in this nation. Graduates, I know that many of you are the first person in your family to receive a college degree. If you are graduating this afternoon and are the first person in your immediate family to receive a college degree, please stand and let us recognize you. Thank you. You're beginning a cycle that will go unbroken for generations. In this 2010 spring undergraduate class, this morning and this afternoon, are 35 international students from 19 different countries. The flags that you see next to the stage represent all of the countries represented in our 2010 graduating class. We're grateful for the opportunity to experience your friendship and for the insight and cultural enrichment that you have brought from your native lands. Will all international students please stand? International students. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Kevin Smiley, President of our Student Government Association and a graduate of the WKU Honors College, to come forward for remarks. Kevin?
I think we all remember being a squirmy first-day freshman. Like the average freshman, I was worried that my roommate did not like me and I would not make any friends. This was substantiated by the fact that my roommate was asleep the entire first afternoon we knew each other, and that the people who sat next to me in my first floor meeting were even more obnoxious than I was. But I found closeness that very first day with some of the people who have become some of my very best friends when we settled down in that dimly lit Rhodes Harlan dorm room, opened up the Google, and began searching for videos. If I remember right, we watched something exceedingly creepy about rusty spoons. And the rest, as they say, is history. But initially, I was worried about making friends with people who watch videos on the internet. After all, it was the early age of Facebook, so wasn't spending excessive time on the internet lame? Instead, shouldn't I be going to parties dressed up like a golf pro or a tennis friend? This, of course, is no. Maybe. But internet videos have defined our generation and our time in college. According to Wikipedia, YouTube.com was invented in 2005 by a bunch of lazy idiots who thought that, yes, bro, he should be tased. And I think it's appropriate to honor these fine folks. Friends, those videos that have been posted are fantastic, and they have taught us so much about ourselves, teaching us more about communication than COM 145 ever could have. We learned that you could auto-tune the news, or for that matter, anything. We learned to leave Brittany alone. We were taught that practice and playoffs are words best used as interrogatives. We found out that treadmills, for the first time, were useful. We learned to ask pertinent questions, like, will it blend? And we discovered in the most unfortunate ways that Rick Astley was never going to give you up. And our hearts were warmed by Jill and Kevin dancing down the aisle to Chris Brown's Forever. We even decided to forfeit our souls and watch Justin Bieber music videos. Oh, and who can forget the antics of Lady Gaga, who at once gave a new power to not only feminism, but also to Greyhound dog motifs, polar bear robes, and dressing like celestial objects. And we've witnessed great video phenomenon here at Western, too. From Sergio Carucci's eye-popping dunk at Hilltopper Asteria last year, to the rain delay theater from this year's baseball team, to even the morally upsetting third-place winner at this year's Western Film Festival, the music video, Sexy Town. But my fellow graduates, the bigger picture is that we've learned in YouTube videos about ourselves, and most importantly, each other. And I thought I'd finish with a series of lyrics from a very wise man who taught us a little bit about what each of us are doing today. T-Pain writes, "I never thought I'd be on a boat. It's a big blue watery road. Poseidon, look at us now." Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. I now ask Dr. Barbara Birch, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, to come forward and recognize the retiring faculty members and to announce recipients of the University Faculty Awards. Dr. Birch.
At this time, it's my pleasure to recognize 3 faculty members who, after many years of dedicated service to WKU, are retiring from the university. As I call their names, I ask them to stand so that we may recognize them. Dr. Sherry Reed, Dean of the Bowling Green Community College, Miss Nancy Baird, Library Special Collections, Miss Karen Schinhelm, Bowling Green Community College. Please join me in recognizing these faculty. On page 12 of the commencement program, you will find a list of faculty who are recipients of the college's awards for outstanding teaching, research, creative activity, public service, and advising. From these finalists, a committee of faculty, alumni, and students has selected overall winners for the University Awards for this year. Although these awards will be presented formally at the fall faculty meeting, I'm pleased to announce the recipients of the awards this afternoon so that you may recognize and congratulate them. I ask that they stand as I call their names, and please withhold your applause until all of them have been introduced. This year's University Award for Excellence in Teaching goes to Dr. Scott Bonham, Department of Physics and Astronomy. The award for Excellence in Research Creativity goes to Dr. Louis Gregory Strolger, Department of Physics and Astronomy. The award for Excellence in Public Service to Dr. Darlene Applegate, Department of Folk Studies. And the award for Excellence in Student Advising, Mr. Bruce Crawley, Department of Communications. Please join me in recognizing these faculty.
Thank you, Dr. Birch, and congratulations to our honored faculty. It is now my pleasure to ask Ms. Frida Eggleton, our registrar, to come to the podium for recognition of honor graduates. Ms. Eggleton.
It is my distinct pleasure this afternoon to recognize graduates who have earned superior grades and are designated as honor graduates. All undergraduate students who have achieved this recognition are identified during commencement by wearing red and white honor cords. The university awards 5 honor designations based upon degree level, number of credit hours earned at WKU, and cumulative grade point average, as explained on page 10 of your commencement program. In recognition of this outstanding achievement, would all students who have attained honor status with a grade point average of 3.4 or above please stand so that we may congratulate you. Thank you. You may be seated. The baccalaureate student graduating with the highest academic standing in each undergraduate college is designated Scholar of the college. In recognition of this achievement, each college dean will present a medallion to the recipient as the graduates are recognized a little later in the ceremony. Congratulations to all of our honor students and their families for this outstanding accomplishment.
Thank you, Frida. And congratulations to our honor graduates. Now please welcome Provost Birch back to the podium for the presentation of candidates for their degrees. But before she officiates for the final time in her role as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, I want to publicly thank Barbara for 14 years of service to WKU as our Chief Academic Officer. She will be leaving her position this summer and will be returning to the faculty. Barbara, thank you for your many contributions to Western Kentucky University.
At this time, President Ransdale and Regents Chairmeyer, it is my privilege on behalf of the academic deans, department heads, and faculty of Western Kentucky University to present to you the candidates for their specific degree programs. Before these candidates are presented, it's fitting that recognition be given to those individuals who have provided outstanding instruction and guidance for these graduates. At this time, I would like to ask the faculty to please stand so that we may recognize them and express our appreciation for what they have accomplished and the many contributions to these students. Would the faculty please stand? Our degree candidates have completed or will be completing during the summer term the baccalaureate and associate degree programs as prescribed by the university in conformity to the standards of its accrediting association and laws of the Commonwealth. I want to express to them the congratulations and the best wishes of the faculty, and to convey to both of you, President Ransdale and to Regents Chair Meyer, the genuine pride that we feel toward each student having reached this significant milestone. I now ask that all degree candidates please stand for the conferring of the appropriate degrees. Candidates, please stand. It is with genuine pleasure that I recommend to you that the appropriate degrees be conferred upon these candidates, who by the application of their abilities to their assigned studies have completed or will complete during the summer term the various degree programs and have demonstrated their qualifications for this high recognition.
Provost Birch, as president, I hereby state to the Board of Regents that the degree requirements of each candidate do indeed conform to the proper university certification, and notify you and all here present of the acceptance of your recommendation. Will the platform party and the faculty please rise? For the conferring of degrees, I present Mr. Jim Meyer, Chair of the Board of Regents.
Representing the Board of Regents of Western Kentucky University, I hereby confer each graduate the degree which has been earned. Such degree to be a fact accomplished with a diploma is presented in testimony of this achievement. On behalf of the Board of Regents, we congratulate you. You should feel a great sense of pride in your accomplishment. Congratulations.
How about it? You may be seated. Alumni, today is indeed a very special day in the lives of all who are assembled for this occasion. The history and the traditions of this institution are evidenced nowhere so much as in our own commencement ceremonies, and I congratulate each of today's graduates for reaching this important milestone in your life. Many of you attended a freshman assembly at the Guthrie Bell Tower shortly after your arrival on campus to begin your first semester, before you started watching YouTube in your dorm room in Rhodes Harlem. You participated in a pinning ceremony with your classmates that symbolized joining the WKU faculty. This afternoon, as you assembled to prepare for the Grand March into this arena, you were presented with another pin, this time symbolizing your commencement. Pins that symbolize the bookends of your WKU experience. More than 100 years ago, our founding president, Dr. Henry Hardin Cherry, set forth a vision for this university in which he challenged the faculty to ring the rising bell in the human soul. Strong words. Today, I present that same challenge to you as graduates. Use the knowledge and the experiences you acquired between these bookends, symbolized by your freshman pin and your graduation pin, to ring the rising bell in the human soul in everyone you teach, mentor, and lead. As I reflect upon my own graduation from WKU in 1973 and the lessons learned during the career path that led me back to WKU to serve as your president for these last 13 years, I have some thoughts about how quickly the world has changed, the world you're about to enter as college graduates. You'll be called upon to make decisions and express your views on global events because those events will affect your lives. The life you lead, the challenges you encounter along the way, will depend upon the choices you make from this day forward. Today perhaps marks the end of your undergraduate career, but the requirement of commencement is that you must now commence. And as you think back over the many accomplishments of the past few years, you no doubt can identify contributions and achievement that perhaps never occurred, all due to the failure to begin, to commence. But today is a testament of what you began and did complete, a WKU degree. It all started with that first decision to become a hilltopper. But as you leave this beloved hill, do not let anything deter you from taking those first steps into the next chapter of your life. In spite of today's economy, you have an abundance of opportunities before you. But don't spend too much time looking for just the perfect opportunity so that you overlook the right opportunity. Be aware that it may present itself disguised as something else. Some of the best opportunities and relationships in life come as surprises. Be opportunistic and trust your instincts. And recognize that you will encounter failures and obstacles in your pursuits, but those experiences will only contribute to your abilities to face life's many challenges. Be willing to learn from your mistakes and especially the mistakes of others. Globalization has changed our world and your experience at WKU during the short time that you've been with us. As we recognize differences, let us also celebrate the common thread of all humanity. Whether you have had an international experience through a study abroad program, or from a friendship with a student from another country, or from a world cultural general education course, you're about to enter the next chapter of your life better prepared to embrace and contribute to this global society we share. Enjoy the wonders of our physical environment and live your life in such a way that you protect this planet. Take care of it so that your children and your grandchildren may enjoy the same natural wonders that today fill us with awe. Put your education and talents to good use. Regardless of your life's work, my hope is that all of you will use your talents and passions to help build your local communities and your workplaces. Lead by example and use that WKU motto, "The Spirit makes the master," as your guiding principle. Teach, whether or not you're a teacher. Be entrepreneurial, whether or not you're an entrepreneur. And go green, whether or not you're an engineer. In a word, lead. That's what you came here to learn to do, and that's what I trust you will leave here ready to do. Bring people to a vision worth achieving. Find the greatness that lies within you. Congratulations on your achievements. I'm so proud of each of you. I hope I've served you well as your president, and I look forward to giving my personal congratulations to each and every one of you right down here in just a few minutes, and we will shake hands. But before we do that, I want to introduce to you the president of the WKU National Alumni Association, Mr. Howard Pincus, for a special moment with Howard. Thank you. Howard?
I'd like to ask all former WKU graduates, to please stand at this time and remain standing as we welcome these new alumni into our family. As graduates of Western Kentucky University, we are the torchbearers of the institution's spirit. As we have received from this university, so it is our responsibility to give back to the generations of students yet to come. Our support will be the key to their success, and I urge you to make a commitment as graduates of this university to be active and involved members of the Alumni Association. And you may be seated. Now, will the members of the spring graduating class of 2010 please rise? So, feels pretty good, doesn't it? To signify your accomplishments and your change in status from student to alumni, please move your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left, placing them over your heart. You may be seated. Lots of smiling faces. Welcome to the ranks of alumni of Western Kentucky University. This is a significant milestone in your life, one that fills you and your families with great pride. As alumni, you are now part of a WKU family that is nearly 87,000 strong. Our motto, "The Spirit Makes the Master," may mean something different to each one of you, but that spirit is immediately evident once you step foot on this beautiful and welcoming campus. WKU is a special place, and as graduates, you will take pride in the institution and enable it to continue to prosper with your ongoing support. As college graduates, you have demonstrated the ability to work hard, complete challenging assignments, and build strong relationships. These valuable traits will provide the foundation for success and enable you to become leaders in your respective communities. You should also feel an obligation to serve, whether it is with charities, schools, religious institutions, youth leagues, or other organizations. By doing so, you can have a dramatic impact on the quality of life of others. And through your service, you not only represent yourself and your family, but you also represent your alma mater. Now, after the ceremony today, as you are walking the hill for the first time as an alumnus of WKU, I want you to reflect on the memories, the friendships, and life lessons learned that were possible because of your WKU experience. And although many years have passed since I sat where you are right now as a new WKU graduate, my memories remain fresh, many friendships remain close, and the life lessons I took with me have served me well. And you know, one career life lesson that I'd like to share with you is best expressed in a quote from Winston Churchill, who said, "A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty." And I encourage all of you to develop that optimist mentality. In closing, I want to emphasize that this is a commencement ceremony and not a graduation ceremony. You are just beginning a new level of involvement with this great university. Now, as part of the WKU alumni family, we encourage you to remain connected. Of course, join the WKU Alumni Association, catch up with old friends at homecoming, attend a class reunion, get involved with an alumni chapter in your community, and give back financially to support this university that has given you so much. Just as the thousands before you paved the way for the WKU that you had the privilege of experiencing, we are counting on you to stay involved to ensure a brighter future for those who follow you. So congratulations. I'm confident you'll carry the WKU spirit with you always.
One of the special parts of a WKU commencement tradition is to recognize our new graduates who are beginning their careers as second lieutenants in the United States Army. This afternoon, we will commission 6 officers as part of their commencement ceremony. Lieutenant Colonel Jason Caldwell, the Professor of Military Science for the Hilltopper Army ROTC Department, will administer the oath of office to these new U.S. Army officers. Please hold your applause until all officers have been introduced. We will commission today into the U.S. Army Cadet Aaron Arflack, Cadet Edward Brown, Cadet Dwight Bushong, Cadet Jenna Ratterman, Cadet Richard Skinner, and Cadet Alex Thomas. Colonel Caldwell, if you'll come forward, please, for the oath of office.
Please raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your full name, having been appointed officer in the Army of the United States in the grade of second lieutenant, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I take this obligation freely, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations.
How about our nation's newest officers? During the past few years, several WKU students, faculty, and staff have been called to active military duty. Some of them are in this graduating class. We proudly salute all of our students, faculty, staff, alumni, and guests who have previously served or who are currently serving in the armed forces. Will all military veterans and those currently serving in the military please stand so that we may recognize and thank you. All veterans. It is now my privilege to call upon Provost Birch to return to the podium. She will give instructions about the individual recognition of the graduates. Dr. Birch.
This is a very special time in the ceremony in which we will recognize each student individually for their accomplishments. I now request that the marshals bring the graduates forward. During the recognition of each graduate, I would like to ask the audience, please do not come to the stage to take pictures. Professional photographers are taking pictures of the president with each of the graduates. I would also ask that should you take pictures from your seat, please do your best to refrain from blocking the view of others. This is also a very special time for our students, for their families, and for their friends. I know that each of you here want to be able to hear the name of your graduate when it is announced. And you can also understand that the families and friends of other students want to be able to hear the name of their graduate as well. So I would ask that you please hold your applause and celebration as each name is called individually, and wait until the names of all the graduates of a college have been announced, and at that time we will celebrate grandly. To the graduates, I have a special request of you. I'm asking, given the significance of this ceremony, I'm asking that you show the respect and courtesy for your classmates that I know you have. In particular, I'm asking that you remain in place, and as you come forward with your particular college and you are announced, that you return to your particular seat until the conclusion of the ceremony. This is a way of recognizing your fellow graduates and the respect of the occasion, and I know that you will each do that well. Thank you. It's customary at WKU to recognize our graduates according to the college in which they have earned their degrees. At the beginning of each group, the college scholars will be presented with a medallion from their dean. Following the recognition of the scholars, graduates of the Honors College and Honors Program will be recognized by Dr. Craig Cobain, Executive Director of the Honors College. A description of the Honors College and Honors Program can be found on page 10 of your programs. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. David Lee, Dean of the Potter College of Arts and Letters, who will present the graduates of his college for their diplomas. Dean Lee.
Provost and Vice President Birch, on behalf of the Potter College faculty, I'm proud to present the graduates of the College of Arts and Letters to this audience and to present to each graduate a diploma in recognition of this significant accomplishment. The scholar of the Potter College of Arts and Letters is Sarah Ellen Boswell. Ellen has a major in religious studies, and she's the daughter of Kim and Rick Marshall and Marty and Penny Boswell. The scholar of the Potter College of Arts and Letters is Courtney Calvert. Courtney has a major in music. She is married to Grant Calvert and daughter of Terry and Susie Greenfield. The scholar of the Potter College of Arts and Letters is Callie Rogers. Callie has a major in music and is the daughter of Kathy and Ken Rogers II. The scholar of the Potter College of Arts and Letters and honors program graduate is Joseph Brandon Colvin. Brandon has a major in English, and he is the son of Ray and Bookie Ginter. The scholar of the Potter College of Arts and Letters and honors program graduate is Dawn Reinhardt. Dawn has a double major in English and German. She is the daughter of Robert and Barbara Reinhardt. The scholar of the Potter College of Arts and Letters and honors college graduate is Jacob Glover. Jacob has a major in history. He is the son of Karen Maxwell and the late Greg Glover. Kevin T. Smiley, cum laude, honors college graduate. Leah D. Pritchett, magna cum laude, honors college graduate. Carrie J. Markham, cum laude, honors college graduate. Bradley S. Morgan, magna cum laude, honors program graduate. Morgan C. Wickline, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Rachel A. McKee, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Christopher C. Drury, cum laude, honors program graduate. Laura A. Hess, magna cum laude, honors program graduate. Greg Capillo, magna cum laude, honors college graduate. Edward T. Rogers, cum laude, honors program graduate. Eileen C. Ryan, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Jennifer C. Duper, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Amanda L. Loviza, cum laude, honors program graduate. Evan R. Gribbins, cum laude, honors program graduate. Mitchell J. Miller, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Monique Andre Braun, cum laude, honors program graduate. Danielle M. Averill, summa cum laude. Amber A. Alexander, magna cum laude. Kelly E. Rush. Emily S. Emmons. Sarah Ellis. Michael B. Thaman. Stephen M. Jones. Michael T. Steele. Alexander L. Finch, magna cum laude. Jesse E. Rogers, summa cum laude. Andrea Van Sickle. Lee K. Anderson, magna cum laude. Tyler T. Reagan. Clayton C. Younger. Brenda J. Burnett. Nicholas Borders. Zachary K. Morrow. Jacob B. Scott. Roberto A. Rivera. Devin T. Bell. Lacey L. DiPietro. Hannah L. Schuster. Emily H. Lineback. Kenton G. Glass. Christopher S. Williams. Shonda M. Simnicki, magna cum laude. Yiping Kwan, magna cum laude. Emily Baker, cum laude. Tiffany N. Jackson. Catherine M. Hill. Eric M. Potzak. Kathy D. Perry, cum laude. Beth E. Petalski, summa cum laude. Aaron M. Carlisle. Jacob E. Schaefer, magna cum laude. Matthew R. Stevenson. Wesley J. Moster. Maria C. Murray, cum laude. Jessica L. Hewitt. Christine A. Galarski, summa cum laude. Jennifer A. Earhart, summa cum laude. Christina M. Howerton, cum laude. Albert A. Cesar. Brendan J. Sullivan. Lindsay M. Greer, magna cum laude. Philip Andrews. Jennifer L. Kane. Jenna M. Smith. Matthew C. Fields Johnson. Jessica C. Ebelhar. Scott M. McIntyre. Dana Reber. Christopher M. Wolf. Corey W. Paul. Galen A. Smith, Jr. Rebecca R. Strand. Brandon N. Hagan. Craig Dilley. Derek N. Shelton. Allison K. Searcy. Robin Howard. Mary Neal Blackburn. Stephanie M. New. Robert G. Williams. Christopher Veach. Leonard Cox, Elena L. Andrew, Jason D. Hibbs, Ashley M. Askren, Melanie A. Neiman, Jenna C. Saub, Jeffrey S. Mode, John F. Bennett, cum laude, Taylor Lansdale, Sarah N. Windmiller, Jane D. Toma, Sydney P. Waddell, summa cum laude, Ashley A. Devine, Kathleen R. Lassiter, summa cum laude, Corey M. Frya, Rachel C. Kuntz, Hannah M. Gates, Rosalind Twigira Maria, Holly L. Wilson, Christina M. Hesse Colon, Jason B. Dougherty, Jessica N. Curtis, magna cum laude, Samantha J. Powell, magna cum laude, Kayla S. Fugate, cum laude, Ashley L. Hudson, magna cum laude, Heather L. Funk, Abby A. Allen, Jeremy A. Hand Rowe, cum laude, Brittany Ann M. Wick, Bradley J. Evans, Destiny L. Nabonsky, Sarah B. Tyndall, Megan J. Coron, cum laude, Alexandra C. Barnes, James D. Heyer, Jacob Strunk, Robert Patrick Westrick, Julie M. Samples, magna cum laude, Bethany J. Truax, magna cum laude, honors college graduate, Joseph M. Gibbs, Joshua C. Stewart, summa cum laude, Eric Perry, Bentley Russell Blair, William I. Christopher, Brent C. Boyens, Jody M. Hitchell, Kimberly Walsh, Tiffany A. Doolin, Bobby S. Hayes, Valerie B. Kittinger, Kara M. Dickerson, cum laude, Amber D. Duncan, Terry W. Jackson, Jessica L. Van Winkle, cum laude, Lisa M. Kapler, Vanessa M. Scott, Kayla Shelton, Skylar Baker Jordan, Marissa J. Yenny, summa cum laude, Catherine E. Sutton, magna cum laude, Kelly M. Higgins, Aquila B. Orr, summa cum laude, Emily G. Frankenberger, summa cum laude, Claire E. Lovekamp, Amanda S. Duckworth, cum laude, Sarah H. Puckett, magna cum laude, Whitney L. Waller, cum laude, Garrett A. Brown, Kelly A. Shirley, Karen P. Hopkins, Kelly L. Keith, cum laude, Eliana Martinez, Miranda B. Puckett, Whitney E. Clyburn, summa cum laude, Jamie L. Ogles, summa cum laude, Andrew K. Hayes, Gina Krakowski. Andreas M. Matthews. Joshua D. Wilcox. Nathan E. Peterson. Carmen A. Trimpe, cum laude. Chase E. Thompson, magna cum laude. Edward D. Giles. Lamondre L. Thompson. Charday L. Evans. Carisha S. Butts. Tamika Dashay Smith. Brandon L. Smith. Charles A. D. Brown. Gretchen T. Lynam. Natasha L. Walker, cum laude. Francesca T. Hall. Ariel Holt. Courtney D. Smith. Susie S. Montgomery. Christopher D. Bell. Brittany G. Hambrick. Kimberly Harrington. Megan Irvin. Juanis M. Harrington. Kimberly N. Robinson. Kenneth Thomas Jr. Amanda Belcher. Joshua K. Thompson. Anthony D. Slaughter. Darius L. Bauman. Eric M. Jones. Leah D. Darns. Hannah E. Kirk. Jennifer L. Harry. Megan F. Bridges. Amy M. Swallows. Caitlin A. Spalding. Jenna Nicole Smith. Caroline E. Johnson, magna cum laude. Krista M. Jacoby. Benjamin T. Sims. Kendra Buckner. Brittany L. Lewis. Brianne L. Huffman. Kyoko D. McHenry. Rachel Peters. Pamela S. Eblin. Brandon Godbolt. Bradley A. Lindsay. Brittany N. Barnett. Jesse W. Robertson. Megan E. Newsom. Brant M. Sullender. Hillary L. DeMumbran. Erica L. Taylor. Summer Longoria. John Mark T. Francis, summa cum laude. Lenetra C. Ross. Adora L. McGlynn. Stephen C. Goodman. David J. Podolak. Sarah Turley. Gilbert M. Ellis. Brennan J. Sorgel, cum laude. Catherine Gordon. Kristen J. Wilson. Kenneth Derlin. Chad A. Adcock. Liam K. Shanahan. Rodriguez D. Johnson. Cody A. Wells, Matthew S. Hughes, Samantha C. Crow, summa cum laude, Matthew T. Toller, Ruth W. Manini, Alexander J. Brindley, Ivy S. Stanley, cum laude, Brian M. Gerwig, Douglas W. Russell, Amy M. Roberts, magna cum laude, Whitney L. Woodall, summa cum laude, Clint A. Whittington, magna cum laude, Nicole L. Whittington, summa cum laude, honors program graduate, Nikita L. Staten, Brenna E. Cade, Allison D. Martell, Abby J. Lelay, cum laude, Casey J. Passmore, magna cum laude, Dustin M. Downey, cum laude, Ryan J. Carey, James F. Russin, Shelley Burkhalter, Adam R. Hicks, magna cum laude, Enos Duganjia, summa cum laude, Nitsat Imanov, Samuel E. Moore, cum laude, Tammy M. Wethington, cum laude, Kimberly A. Goins, Nicole Ford Dunnigan, Raisha Bahata Brents, Angela M. Sampson, Cynthia S. Browning, cum laude, Jonathan W. Bernhardt, magna cum laude, Aaron Cummins, Cole T. Bodkin, magna cum laude, William L. Taylor, Caitlin S. Christian, magna cum laude, Daniel W. Hassel, Johnny L. Williams, Nils J. Herdelin, Daniel R. Jackal, cum laude, Tyler W. Russell, Lauren W. Russell, Terry Small, Dylan S. Nichols, Dustin S. Thompson, Jonathan A. Gaffert, Jessica L. Ferguson, magna cum laude, Seth D. Peckham, summa cum laude, honors program graduate, Adam D. Swanson, Kelsey D. Hathaway, summa cum laude, Joel M. Dennis, Amy I. Brownfield, Megan E. Held, Lauren W. Pruden, Rebecca A. Bovin, cum laude, William L. Burdett, Clinton Knight, Sarah A. Goldberg, Simone Shanae Payne, Maria D. Irvin, Erica M. Williams, Catherine M. Jacoby, Lauren A. Danks, Angela M. Riggs, Whitney Sanders, Holly M. Malloy. Stephanie P. Moyes. Adam J. Farnham. Christopher M. Wood. Megan E. Moss. Jill M. Irwin. Caroline E. Wright. Megan L. Stamper. Allison G. Sumner, summa cum laude. Joshua K. Raymer, summa cum laude. William D. Hobbs. Marcus A. Dyer. Edward C. Brown, magna cum laude. Dwight C. Bushong. Jennifer C. Cole. Sean E. Papadinick. David C. Speth. Sean Dunbar. Aaron B. Holmberg. Catherine E. Burchett. Jessica Mattingly, magna cum laude. Kristen C. Guthrie. Kelly N. Perkins. Alexandra D. McLean, cum laude. Courtney A. Long. Jennifer L. McCall. Amy L. Gambrill. Austin M. Klain, magna cum laude. Jordan C. Hampton. Robert Austin. William Edwin Osborne, Jr. Trevor A. Sales. Seth L. Smallwood. Richard O. Thompson. Wesley E. Drummond. Charity D. Gardner. Molly K. Todd. Jordan E. Gotke, summa cum laude. Caitlin M. Osborne, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Emily Cooper. Kaylin E. Parker. Lauren D. McKinney, cum laude. Tyler Lloyd Nelson, magna cum laude. Tyler S. Mittendorf. Allison L. Taylor. James R. Witt III. Amber L. Kahn. Dustin J. Bell. Geneva Gedd. Candace M. Wheeler. Jerry L. Thomas. Benjamin W. Lowry. Arthur F. Cook. Justin K. Mitchell, cum laude. Alexander Marr. Derek R. Schwartz, summa cum laude. Kimberly Ann Pendleton. Catherine S. Walton, cum laude. Jock T. Palak. Garrett S. Craig. Alexandra Bowen. Sarah Roberts. Philip M. Brock, magna cum laude. Michael A. Schaus. Nicole Aho. Shane Nome. Daniel H. Houghton. Susan C. Abel, magna cum laude. Alicia P. Aiken, cum laude. Jessica D. Lunsford, cum laude. Ashley D. Lewis. Melissa B. Gensler, summa cum laude. Lauren N. Carr, cum laude. Kara Oglesby, summa cum laude. Cody L. Gilstrap, summa cum laude. Paul D. Rotremel, summa cum laude. Charles D. Jewell. Christopher M. Creed. Whitney L. Saylor, magna cum laude. Regina Marshall. Jordan T. Fulkerson. Jessica M. Richardson. Joshua L. Riddle. Casey J. Tabor. Susan M. Gifford, cum laude. David R. Finney. Surrenda Lane Tucker. Harold Maxwell. Shuhei Tunikawa, summa cum laude. Lila A. Veerhoff, cum laude. Rachel L. Scholar, magna cum laude. Alex R. Thomas. Jenna M. Ratterman. Richard K. Skinner. I have them written out, but it's hard to find in time, you know. They're hard ones. I think I got one.
Please join me in congratulating all the graduates of the Potter College of Arts and Letters. Please welcome Dr. William Talon, Dean of the Gordon Ford College of Business, who will present the graduates of his college for their diplomas. Dean Talon.
Provost and Vice President Birch, on behalf of the faculty of the Gordon Ford College of Business, it is with great pride that I present the graduates from our college to this audience and present to each graduate a diploma in recognition of this significant achievement.
The scholar of the Gordon Ford College of Business is Catherine Birchfield. Catherine has a major in management. She is the daughter of Jerry and Janetta Birchfield. The scholar of the Gordon Ford College of Business is David Jenkins. David has a major in accounting and is the son of Lindell and Phyllis Jenkins. Amanda J. Brown, magna cum laude, honors college graduate. Brittany T. Kittleman, summa cum laude, honors college graduate. Ryan Tyler, magna cum laude. Arthur C. McRae, magna cum laude, honors program graduate. Nicole M. Swanson, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Margaret E. Mitchell. John Matthew M. Thomason, cum laude. Leah D. Holliday, summa cum laude. Jimmy L. Favorman, magna cum laude. Arena I. Smith, cum laude. Carrie B. Nesbitt. Shirley D. Daniels, cum laude. Penny Lee Webb. Julie A. O'Brien. Ton Nguyen, Jaeying Huang, Tai Lee Asku Gibson, Han T. Vu, Caleb A. Schrum, cum laude, Jeffrey R. Bogus, Ryan M. Turtle, Catherine E. Adams, Brittany L. Pearson, Jessica L. McBride, Melissa L. McGinnis, David M. Riley, Melissa A. Bryson, Jenny R. Klein, Morgan M. South, magna cum laude, Ryan S. McCauley, Jana N. Whitehead, cum laude, Amanda L. Yatso, Seth C. Halsey, Taylor S. Whitlow, Kayla S. Sanderson, Katie M. Williams, Jade W. Riggs, Corey M. Barnes, Rakesha Bunks, Danielle M. Hayden, summa cum laude, Matthew R. Hutchinson, Scott T. Johnson, Andrew M. Gaddy, Eric D. McCorkle, Corey S. Alega, Christopher M. Beverly, Reese Scheckenfelder, Warren T. Zirkelbach, Matthew K. Miller, James H. Mills, John D. Outlaw, Giovanni DeVita, Mark A. Overstreet, Patricia A. Morris, Catherine S. Smith, Stephanie A. Jecker, Quinn M. Sane, Brian Jackson, Cameron F. Gover, Joseph M. Hertzer, Timothy J. Frank, Valerie M. Pollard, magna cum laude, Adam W. Minrath, Brooke Valentine, Mershiha Gibbik, Jody E. Walden, Faith A. Rickard, summa cum laude, Cynthia A. Hayden, Jordan L. Meredith, Brittany D. Sowers, Brittany E. Smith, Alex H. Meese, Toby R. Granger, Brent W. Combest, Adis Pekarovich, Robert P. Curry, Jesse L. Johnson, Crystal M. Atwood, Megan N. Gill, Amber R. Hainan, Nathan D. Bernardi, summa cum laude, Philip L. Gibbs, cum laude, Clay W. Duncan, magna cum laude, Andrew Shively, Travis A. Wasmiller, cum laude, Kong Nguyen, cum laude, Nathan U. Harbin, Blake A. Vick, Andrew Felician, Ryan L. Hayes, John C. Ingram, Joshua R. Wilson, Timothy B. Luzader, Colin J. Hockenberger, Ross D. Shercliffe, Benjamin P. Richardson, Eric M. Carter, magna cum laude, Ashley M. Solomon, Eric R. West, Michael Ramser, Matthew Kaiser, Christina Carroll, Whitney Beckner, Jacqueline R. Wilson, Nikita R. Williams, Jennifer F. Rigsby, Amy M. Gilbert, Chuck Lam Lai, cum laude, Krista A. Atwood, magna cum laude, Natalie M. Alvey, Melanie M. Jones, Jessica C. Van Erden, Nicholas L. Woodruff, magna cum laude, Christopher N. Hodgkin, summa cum laude, honors program graduate, Shauna D. Fleener, summa cum laude, Mary G. Petty, cum laude, Alexa R. Ebelhar, magna cum laude, Amanda T. Swinney, magna cum laude, Jessica A. Rogers, magna cum laude, Mackenzie S. Reno, cum laude, Clinton A. Hayden, Aaron T. Wallace, Zaiwei Wang, Dustin F. Garrison, Amanda D. Hurt, magna cum laude, Vidrana Forsyth, Saldana Markovic, Brittany R. Harrell, magna cum laude, Kayla R. Woolsey, cum laude, Virginia C. Brown, cum laude, Jonathan D. Crooms, Lauren B. Durnham, Lindsay D. Harper, Thomas H. Bullen, magna cum laude, Michelle W. Lay, cum laude, Wesley A. Graves, Daniel R. Scott, Zachary M. Meyer, Chase Goff, summa cum laude, Robert L. Brown, Scott A. Jones, Daniel A. Winslow, William B. Gayhart, magna cum laude, Jason D. Thomas, Jonathan C. Brand, cum laude, Caleb M. Paragon, John L. Roberts, Kayla Young, Quintessa Norris, Catherine R. Rains, cum laude, Abby A. Sillendahl, Kelsey A. McCauley, cum laude, Molly M. Donnelly, Sarah M. Millay, magna cum laude, Amanda L. Brock, Kimberly R. Martin, cum laude, Krista N. Hagan, cum laude, Michael D. Branham, cum laude, Alex M. Wagner, Casey J. Brummett, Seth B. Tammy, Jeremy S. Moore, Nicholas S. Hartnett, Jeremiah P. Johnson, Andrew Buckner, Tyrell W. Hayden, Michael K. Butler, Jasmine Cobb Music, Dana S. Donahoe, Alicia Head, Shirley M. Amiskua, Megan H. Gore, Amy D. Rafferty, Gail E. Smith, Travis Rice, Patricia L. Jewell, Deborah A. Lamastis. Pardon me? Okay. Tiffany Allen, cum laude. Alyssa L. Adams. Michelle A. Cleafit, summa cum laude. Hao Wan Yang. Mai Tran, summa cum laude, honors program graduate.
Please join me in congratulating all graduates of the Gordon Ford College of Business. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to introduce to you Dr. Dennis George, Dean of the University College. Dr. George will be presenting diplomas to the students who have completed interdisciplinary degrees in his college. Dean George.
Provost and Vice President Birch, on behalf of the faculty, I present these graduates of University College to this audience and present to each one a diploma in recognition of this significant accomplishment.
Brian A. Shaw, summa cum laude, honors program graduate. Mubarak Alaway. Leonard J. Bell. Evan B. Rogers. Alex M. Lewis. Sharisha Raming. Danny J. Calderon Lohr. Charles J. Hilton. Jessica L. Neal. Kelly M. Sims. Valerie K. Toe. Christy D. Wood. Andrea Y. Clan. Melissa S. Clark. Miranda Littlejohn. Latanya Wimberly. Sandra A. Howard. Risa M. McCarty. Jessica M. Jones. Aaron K. Moberly. Heather N. Thomas. Whitney D. Eastep. Pamela G. Bray, magna cum laude. Glenn A. Higdon. Pamela L. Ellis. Jamie L. Davis. Carrie E. Hadley. Macy B. Spear. Ricky G. Payne. Danielle E. Straub, summa cum laude. Paula J. Moore. Sarah Wahardo. Cameron Roos. Roger Jared Grundy. Taureen J. Montgomery. Jonathan F. Kennerly. Jamal O. Cooper. Pamela G. Sears. Sheila A. Stinnett. Rachel Carter. Wendell E. Wood, Jr. Tyrekus T. Hill. Tyler Pruden. Adam Williams. Catherine J. Bonnet. Alvin Emmons. James M. Puckett, magna cum laude. Bethany A. Nelson. Travis R. Harden. Elizabeth E. Tickner, cum laude. Chris L. Graves. Zachary David Harper. Arnika R. Brown, Jeremy D. Evans, Jihad Morris, Chanel M. Hill, Tracy L. Jones, Anisha N. Steiger, Brooke Y. Reed, Gavin R. Smelly, Laura M. Sutkis, Kendra C. Jones, Brian Heidenreich, Michael A. Matthews, Neil A. Murphy, Matthew A. Wilson, Brianne Wood, Cynthia J. Crady, Chad A. Hayden, Roy J. Inholson, Carlton C. Hampton, Randall B. Hall, Rocky R. Maddox, Sharisa Friday, Neil B. Gibbs, John O. Brownell, Charles P. Head, Nicholas M. Jewell, Jason B. Davis, Courtney L. Cordier, cum laude, Kimberly Royal, Holly M. Vincent, Shayna J. Garrett, magna cum laude, Brian D. Oakes, Jai S. Howard, Alexander D. Wiesman, Melanie A. Strickland, Kimberly Grimes, Matthew A. Gilbert, Amanda D. Hobdy, David Tucker, Arthur J. Peterson, Angela Durbin Erler, Elizabeth P. Hamandi, Joy Carter, Kenton T. Hamner, Kendra B. Antigloli, Karen R. Britt, Ryan B. Day Smith, Mika D. Brzezinski, Justin D. Jenkins, Ann Cara Bright, Thomas J. Lewis, Christopher S. O'Banion, Carl Kilsgaard, Aaron E. O'Brien, Rebecca A. Osbrooks, Trevor William Spingate, Joshua B. Lindsay, Stacy Ellis, Carmen Carcamo.
Please join me in congratulating all the graduates of University College. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present to you our last college this evening, Dr. Sherry Reed, Dean of the Bowling Green Community College. She will be presenting diplomas to the graduates of her college. Dean Reed.
Provost and Vice President Birch, on behalf of the faculty and with genuine pride, I present these graduates of Bowling Green Community College to this audience and present to each graduate a diploma in recognition of this significant accomplishment.
Huey. Like baby Huey, huh?
Brian Huey. Ricky C. Pitcock. Sean Scott. Derek S. Binion. Rebecca L. Back with distinction. Stacy W. Clark. Cassie D. Rasco with distinction. Jennifer L. Cox. Wendy M. Gaddis. Ty Nguyen. Beth A. Davis. Scott A. Bradley. Carmen L. James with distinction. Salita D. Holland with distinction. Lara D. Eldridge. Jewel Marie Logan with high distinction. Rhonda K. Culver. Diana M. Young. Anita F. Smith. Leslie Chandler Henson with distinction. Sheila M. Williams. Christy A. Martin. Lisa A. Spencer. Curtis Frost. Greg A. Rich. Christopher Roof. Jeffrey E. Kentz with distinction. Tadricha Lockhart. Shantae L. Pratt. Victoria Chorba. Shanta Clay.
Please join me in congratulating all the graduates of the Bowling Green Community College and all of the graduates.
Thank you.
Well done, graduates. Thank you. I want to offer a special thank you to all of the staff and volunteers led by Frida Eggleton, our registrar, and her staff, and so many across this campus who have volunteered their time and effort to plan and orchestrate this graduation ceremony. Let's thank all of the volunteers who really made it possible. Thank you. Now, if you will look on page 30 of your commencement program, you will find the music and the words to WKU's alma mater, College Heights. Know this song well. It has great meaning to thousands of people. In a moment, we'll ask you to join Lee Anderson as she proudly leads us in the singing of the first verse and chorus of our alma mater. At the conclusion of College Heights and following the recessional of the platform party, you will be dismissed. As you leave the arena, enjoy the lovely music emanating from the Guthrie Bell Tower as played by Dr. Mitzi Groom, the head of our Department of Music. You are now part of very rich and important traditions of WKU. Cherish and nurture them. Be proud of your WKU traditions. Be true to your WKU heritage, protect it, defend it, make it personal. Wherever you go in the world, wave one of these proudly. We're proud of you, and it is now part of you. Congratulations. Go Toppers. Come on up here, Lee, and lead us in our alma mater. Thank you.
This has been the coverage of the 167th commencement of Western Kentucky University at Diddle Arena.
We're glad that you joined us, and congratulations to all the graduates.
I'm Barbara Deeb.
And I'm Peter Bryant. So long.